Well, hello, I'm Bob Dendry, this is Boring Guy Plays, and welcome back to Cities Skylines II, where we are building Azure Delta. So there's been another patch release today as I record this. I'm recording a little bit in advance at the moment. And one of the big things it's mentioned is that it fixes texture resolutions being reduced when they shouldn't be. And I've pointed that out a few times, especially the textures on cars and things like that were looking pretty terrible at times. And it seems like that's resolved and everything looks a lot better, just looking at it. So yeah, super happy to see that they're continuing to work hard on getting this game up to scratch. And I'm ready to jump in and continue building our city. I don't know why we've got so many buses running right now. That seems a little bit excessive. But hey, it is what it is, right? So a couple of main things we need to work out straight out of the gate here is our industrial demand, which is once again shooting right up, and two, our low density residential. So we did put in, I think, this quite nice suburb over here in our episode last week, which we haven't named yet. So let's get a quick district built here so we get a name for this one. And we can probably purchase an additional Barlow field. Don't know if it's the best name, but yeah, we'll stick with that for the moment. So what I want to do is probably build or purchase an extra square over here to continue building this little low density around residential stuff that we're going here. Secondly, we're going to need to look at getting another off-ramp because our SPUI here is becoming a little bit congested with traffic going off towards like our old residential area and our, industrial stuff. So that's something we need to keep in mind as well. In terms of our industrial, I think we're going to continue to get a bit more built on this side of the river. It looks like we've probably got a bit more room we can utilize, and we can probably build a bridge or even just a level crossing over the rail line as well to get some more stuff built on the other side of it potentially. Let's have a look and see how our contours are looking. They're not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. We can probably soften this because it probably looks a bit silly how it is right now. But we can probably do some more leveling as well to get some more. I probably don't want to push too much in this direction though, because I think this area here is probably going to be our future CBD. Especially on this side here, I think it's a nice, reasonably flat area which has some sort of nice terrain features that we can build for our sort of downtown area. So probably not going to get too much in terms of our industrial here, but we can definitely get a few more blocks in, I think. We can also fit a little bit of industrial over here as well. Obviously, we've already got industrial there, so it's probably not too bad to do that. Let's have a look and see what we can do then. Apologies if there's background noise. My computer is... the fans are running so fast. Oh, hang on. And I think my microphone is definitely picking it up. I am running the NVIDIA broadcast like anti-noise, which seems to help, but of course it's only ever going to do so much, right? So we should be able to hook in here. What distance do we have here? 112. So if we go 112-ish, I don't think it's going to be exact, but probably good enough. And probably here it'll be a little bit different because our road is starting to curve around. So a little bit of a weird grid. That's not too bad though. What is our space here we're looking at? 112 here as well. Okay, so we've got a nice further bit of industrial we could get in there. I might keep this as a bit of a buffer. We can probably get some low density commercial in here. because we are starting to sort of get close to butting up against residential, aren't we? If we're going, oh, hang on, did not mean to do that. I keep forgetting that you, oh god, it's row housing. That you can't just zone over stuff in it. Like if it's already zoned, it won't be removed. So yeah, my bad there. It looks like we're actually doing okay. We'll probably take care of most of our industrial demand with this for the moment. So we won't need to worry about going onto this side of the map just yet. That is good. And we can probably sneak in just a little bit of office here as well. But we don't want to go too much further because we may need another depot here. So I might even unzone this bit here. And so we'll just have a smaller office there. Alrighty, so for our low density residential, once again, we'll get a couple more squares purchased. Might actually just purchase all 4 of these. Of course, we've got a little bit of the coast left that we can't build on, but I think it's probably okay. And what we can even do with this road here with Woodland Street, we can maybe aim towards curving that back around towards sort of here or so, and that can be part of our interchange as well, our next interchange anyway. We've got a little bit in terms of our grades actually we need to consider here. But it's not too bad. Not terrible. Yeah, there is a little bit of grading here that may need to happen. We can maybe build some sort of shelves here where we've got some flat land. Let's see. If we sort of work on getting some areas of our major contours, we potentially can work with that. And probably about here is as far as we can go, I think. And we'll just need to do a little bit of softening, not too much, but just allow us to soften up. Just had something happen there. Don't know if we're turning into winter now, potentially. And yeah, I think that is perfectly usable. So we've got this road here that sort of is a bit of a main road through, and we might actually join that all the way back up there. I think that will be okay. Of course, we're going to have to remove this pedestrian path. Very sad. I've got invalid shape. Okay, do we need to remove that pedestrian path first? It won't like automatically remove. Okay, yeah, it appears so. Okay, there we go. We've got our first road connection in the new part. And we might try and get another one from this main road. This won't be a straight through connection. This will just be one that cuts across and joins up to our main road. Okay, I think that is looking pretty good. This little bit here where we've got quite significant grades, we might actually just fill that with trees, have that as a little bit of an urban greenery type thing. But other than that, I think we've got a nice amount of grid we can lay out here. We can maybe stick just a few sort of small cul-de-sacs in here just to take advantage of any leftover little bits of land. But I think, yeah, we're pretty good right now. All right, let's get our pathways laid down as well. We're going to try and get them where we don't have a any gridding is going to be possible, or places but potentially gridding is less desirable. All right, cool. So, yeah, now we can get just a whole lot of low density residential zoning in here. And maybe once again, just a few businesses on our main road here as well. Beautiful. Okay. So once again, we'll get a little bit of low density commercial on this main road and a few low density offices as well. And that should go quite a long way to handling a lot of our demand in this area. I do want to as well get some sound barriers on these highways as well, because obviously our residents are probably not going to be too happy about the noisy highway traffic coming, you know, directly towards them, or directly past them, really, not towards them. That would be a concern if it was. And we can probably get some trees and stuff in as well. Oh, theatre actor mansion. When not on stage, this is where a noteworthy thespian relaxes. And it's a very nice looking house. I wonder where we can fit that one in. I really wish we had a prop line tool, because this is neither regular nor straight, and I mean, it's okay if you're not regular or straight, to be honest, but when you have lines of trees, generally you want them to be like that. That and this takes like freaking ages to get all these down. Oh, a Villa City, an old-style soda bar with a large rooftop terrace where patrons can enjoy their beverage while taking in the sights. Okay, so I'll need to get that in somewhere as well. We're unlocking quite a few little unique buildings here, which is very cool. Okay, pretty good. We could potentially turn off these traffic lights. I don't think there's really a need for them, and we might even be able to make this a asymmetric road as well, just to increase the throughput. Okay, that should hopefully free up a little bit of capacity. Because yeah, look at that. We've got quite a bit of traffic wanting to come off, and we're not really able to service them. We can probably fit in some parks or something like that in this area as well, I would suspect. Because yeah, it looks like these peeps are wanting some parks, because they really don't have any, actually. That's actually an oversight on my behalf. I do apologize. It looks like we can actually fit some in sort of in these, like at the end of these streets, which is quite cool. Yeah, that's very cool that we can get them in there. I'm seeing power issues. Yes. Okay. We are importing some. What's happening here? Oh, it's overloaded. Yeah, well, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Oh, we can actually increase or upgrade these as well. Is that going to increase? Okay. Oh, busy town. Congratulations, things are looking good. Yes, they are indeed. And we have some more money and some more squares to unlock as well. So heading over to the progression panel, we have ore mining, so we can exploit the environment even more than we already do. And we have also unlocked gated communities. So only people living or working within the district are allowed in, which increases their well-being and reduces crime. It does not affect city services. So it sounds like there's not really a like a downside to doing that, I guess. But yeah, in terms of our power, looks like we're doing okay now. We potentially could start to look at getting a battery station down or something like that, which we might do. We might pop that up there. That needs high voltage power lines, which we might actually use above ground ones, and we can sort of have them up across here and join on to our existing lines if we're able to do that. Yes, I'm not sure if that really happens in real life, that they just all connect to each other, but once again, as I love to say, it is what it is. And yeah, we've got power now. Oh, we can also, okay, increase with a diesel generator, which increases the efficiency apparently. Obviously is also going to cause pollution, and we can get additional battery banks on there as well to increase the capacity. So very cool. We do have some more squares available to unlock as well. So what I think we might do is unlock these. I think there'll probably be 6 there, right? Whoops, wrong button. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll do 4. And then we'll be able to continue this on and have it go across and add a new connection for people to get into the city. And that should hopefully start to reduce the stress on this road, though it looks like the changes we made here have been quite helpful, to be honest. Though we've still got a bit of congestion here. So we might build a bridge. As they say, build a bridge, get over it. Lovely. And then do this, and then we will sort of start to make our curve around. The question is, what sort of interchange are we going to do here? I don't know if we'll do another SPUI. SPUIs are cool, but you can't build them everywhere, right? Sometimes you need to build other interchanges. So we might just go with a diamond for the moment. I know it's a little bit boring. And we can, of course, always do something different if that's, what's required. It might even be easy to go under this because it is quite a grade we need to deal with. There's a lot of shadow there. That's a bit odd. Definitely some work needs to be done on making that look good. But the actual geometry itself, I think... Oh, hang on. We're having some frame dips. Yeah, I do like that. That looks cool. Sort of reminds me a little bit of the Domain Tunnel here in Sydney. But yeah, a little bit janky as well. The question is, where can we join up here? Because we probably want to join up to a 4-lane road. So we might need to convert one. Or add a new one in even. Could maybe sort of come around here and convert this to our 4-lane road. That might make some sense. Of course, we need to get over the top as well. Which is actually a bit of a challenge. Slope too steep, apparently. Need to reduce our steps, I think. Oh, hang on. I did not connect up there. Bit of parallax error. Also, like, as well, we destroyed trees. They were replaced, but they're sort of replanted, so they have to grow from the start again. That's pretty cool. So we might use a simple curve then to hopefully try and fix this up. Need to try and connect up like that. Perfect. Okay, that's actually good. That's a good position. And getting slope too steep. Definitely going to have slope too steep here. Might take this back a little bit further and maybe we'll be okay. Looks like we're okay, actually. Yeah, that needs some work. That's very ugly. Very ugly shadowing, isn't it? So we should be able to expand this road, and it won't remove any buildings if we expand it in the right way or duplicate it in the right way. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. That's actually really cool. Really cool new feature, I think. We'll need to move our firehouse. We'll just shift it over like that. Yeah, I like that. I really like that. That you can choose sort of where you're building the new lane, so to speak. And there we go. So this will act as a new main road. Of course, it's not really going anywhere right now, but it will allow, hopefully, that traffic to be sort of pulled to wherever it needs to go. All right, and yeah, now to build, I think it's just going to be a diamond, and we could probably have the ramp sort of starting before this tunnel. I think it probably makes sense and it'll be neater that way. And we might split off and have an intersection here and ramps over there. So what we will do is we will have no right turn here, no right turn here as well. Can you turn left there? It looks like you can. Probably no straight. I don't know if it's letting you go straight, but we'll do it anyway. And no right turn there either. And now for this. So let's have a look. So we want no left turn here. You can only go straight. We want no left turn here. In fact, no straight there either. We want to... I can't see where these can go because of this monstrosity here. But it looks like they're not being allowed to go straight, or maybe they are, in fact. It's just a little bit weird. And coming in the other direction, we don't want them to go left either. Okay, I think that all makes sense then. Yep. So I think I want to relay that bit. It's just a little bit ugly. Might even be easier if we laid in the other direction and then flip it around. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Cool, I think that is looking pretty nice. And yeah, we just need to do the same on the other side, which is going to be a little bit weirder because our tunnel sort of starts so much further back on this side. So in fact, we might actually need to have these. That looks really ugly, actually. I think we can make it a little bit easier. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So how are we going to join up here? That is the question. Can probably just do the same thing, to be honest, but have not have separate slip lanes there, because we probably don't quite have enough room to do that. Yeah, it's okay. It could be better. We might convert a section of it to single lane, like so. Probably the same over here as well. All right, there we go. We've got a nice little, not little, it's actually quite big and a little bit messy, but we've got a junction here. We've got a second entry to the city, which is what we wanted to see. People are noticing there's no housing available anywhere, so we will need to resolve that problem. And I think we've got a nice little plot of land we can continue to work on here. We've definitely got some room here to get a little bit more housing down, and we can potentially start to head up this hill and build out some sort of areas where we can get some housing in. We can sort of push this out a little bit further and just smooth it on the edges. We also want to build a train station in this area as well, so we might aim to do that in this episode by the end. That should be fairly easy. We'll need to once again smooth out a little bit of land, but overall I think it should be nice and doable. We can probably use sort of an area like here or so, and we can also use that to grid out some more residential as well. In fact, we can probably pause and just flatten out the railway right now. Does this even go anywhere? I don't think it does. That's the end of the line. So I suppose it doesn't necessarily matter if it doesn't continue on to over there. Doing the old transport fever 2 rotation trick again. I wish we could have like a station with only one track rather than having the 3 sort of ready to go and use. But hey, we've got a connection there. And yeah, I might just get rid of that. There's probably not going to be a need for it at all. How far can we even expand in this direction? Actually, we can expand a fair amount, so we probably do want to leave it there in case we get some residential in this sort of area here within this valley. So that's fine, ignore me. Oh, that's ugly. No, thank you. We might level out a little bit more and try and get that that set of points sort of on a nice level bit of ground. That's a bit better. Okay. All right, so we've got our station that we can build here, and we will need to get that connected to the road. And we probably will want to upgrade at least some of this to a paved road as well. I think up until about here is good, and then yeah, you head off towards the windmills. Yeah, definitely got a good amount of grid that we can get in here. What sort of grid are we going to do here? We might try something a little bit different. I'm not exactly sure how much grid we're going to get in here. It's probably not going to be a massive amount. There's a bit of an irregular shape. But I think we can still do something interesting. Looking nice, that little bit of grid there. And yeah, we can get a fair amount in here as well. Oh, what's happened there? Whoops. Why are you not snapping on? Very strange. Okay, snapped on now. All right. We've got some grid available for us to continue adding some wonderful, wonderful housing, commercial and office to. So that's good. We might try and keep our residential sort of against this little square or triangle really as it was. And we can probably also, to be honest, connect up one of these roads as well. Probably this one. Nice. Might get a little node of low rent housing as well, just to service, once again, some parts of the community that need a little bit of assistance. And we're not going to stick them just like in a shit area, right? We're going to give them, you know, housing close to the city, close to jobs. And then we're going to just fill the rest of this up with medium density. Actually, no. We will put medium density here, and we'll get commercial and office at the back here. Coolio. And over here we might get a mix of medium and low density residential, because this is starting to head away from this, I guess, central node that we've set up. Might even get a little bit of, I was going to say mixed, but that is high density, isn't it? So we'll get some row housing up against our train line. And then we'll just get the rest filled in with low density. Beautiful. Now, there was a comment on my last video from FloofyFox11 commenting on the fact that a lot of people were on the chirpers talking about crime and healthcare in the city, that potentially there were some issues there. And I did see this one here. Randall McCoy, so many people are getting sick, the city should look after their health better. And I just want to pop across to our healthcare and death care. And this is what I'm not quite understanding, because it does appear that we do have fairly adequate healthcare here, but obviously some people are not happy with how much we've got. And we do have, I notice, a little bit of lack of coverage over here, and of course over here, because it is, you know, quite far away from our existing health services. So we might unlock a new development milestone so we can get a hospital built. Done. So we can maybe now look to get a hospital in this more built up area that we've been working on for the last few episodes. And potentially we could slightly, you know, increase our grid here to maybe put it adjacent to our school precinct over here. What length are we looking at here? We've got 200. Oh, did not want curved roads though. And we are overlapping a little bit here, so we might need to quickly fix that. It's probably going to break the lines again, as we've observed it does. Yeah, so we'll just delete that. And we'll redo that connection. Oh, look at this. Terrible. I think we may need to... yes, we need to go down a little bit more. Will that connect up now? I feel like that should be connected. It's not, though. And we're once again getting really close to our electricity capacity as well. So what we might need to do, once we build this hospital, is just look and see what options we have to further work on our electrical. Yeah, we've got a hospital. We can get that down here. It's not really a main road, but sort of functioning as one, so we might keep the hospital off that. And what do we got available? We've got a helipad we can get in, and we've also got specialized treatment wards we can get in. So that's pretty cool. And hopefully we will now, people will be a little bit more happy with the health coverage they've got. Certainly it looks like we're looking okay now. Crime was the other thing that was pointed out that we're maybe lacking a bit in. I don't really see it. I mean, we've only got 2 police stations, so we could potentially get a new one in anyway, but the crime is looking okay. Maybe they're just a little bit unhappy that there's no police station, so we might get one over here at, what is it called? Barwon Hills, was it? Barlow Fields, not even close. We might actually expand this suburb to take in the new areas we built. There we go. It does look as though adding the new entrance to our city has definitely helped out with our traffic. Yeah, things are looking pretty good, pretty relaxed now all around. And we should probably get a rail line in now. So I think we're going to create a new line. We're going to leave our current sort of through line running, you know, as it, I guess, wants to be running. And we will add a new line that will start over here at Farringdon. It'll stop at our 2 stations and then it'll return. Oh, okay. And it looks like we actually only have 3 platforms we can use here, not 4. For some reason, I thought there were 4. But that's okay. We don't need to upgrade quite yet. So we will complete the route. Change the route color as well, in fact. And there we go. This should hopefully increase our public transport use a little bit, and it should help residents sort of all around this area as well. Got more demand for commercial, so I might see if we can squeeze in a little bit more around the place, maybe adjacent to our rail line over here. And we can probably fill up the area at the back of our hospital with more, because I don't think we needed... No, so we don't need any additional sort of room to expand it. We just need, I guess, money. We'll say there. So make a new road connection there, and yeah, we'll just get in more commercial. Apparently this is not great place for commercial. I feel like it's a decent place right next to the hospital. It's a big employer. There's going to be people who want to go out for lunch. Maybe you need to stop and get a card or some flowers for someone who's in for treatment. So I think that's actually a good place for commercial. But hey, I'm just the builder. I'm not the economist. We are, it seems, starting to see some congestion in this area heading into this built-up area here. We've got a lot of cars using Highland Street, in fact. So we might need to try and expand the number of lanes heading in. We can definitely get an additional lane going in. So we might do that. Ooh, Vertigo Square. Citizens will be dizzy with excitement living here. That, once again, is a really cool looking building as well. So I'm hoping adding additional lanes here, because as you know from my as you would know from my latest Transport Fever 2 video, link in the description, adding more road capacity never caused a problem. It only solves them, right? Yeah, we can definitely get some more, I think, asymmetric roads. That's not nice. Can we fix that up? We can. That's a little bit better. Okay, so we've got a little bit more capacity at some of these major intersections that maybe weren't doing too great. Just while we're here, we might also expand our bus line here. What was that one called again? The 120, just to head to the other side of Barlow Field. We might convert this to be a roundabout to allow the bus to sort of come in there and turn around and head back. I think we've only got small roundabouts unlocked right now, so we might need to head into our development screen to unlock more roundabouts. So let's see what we can do here. So the small roundabout is, yeah, as you can see, quite tiny. Medium roundabout, a little bit bigger. Large is, you know, getting up there. Very large. I think a large might actually be a good shout. I think that is probably decent. Like that. So we will get a few new bus stops in here. And so of course we're going to discontinue the bus stop here, and we're going to place it on this sort of semi-collector, I guess. And then the end of the line will be here. We'll grab this stop, we'll just move it here, and then we'll add each of the stops. Oh, hang on. I'll stop doing that. Okay. Here we go. So we will remove this old bus stop then. Oh, wow. It's gone very, very dark and dreary here, hasn't it? And people are saying boo, but I mean, unless you're like in this house here, you pretty much have as easy access to a bus as you always had. And someone has spun out and lost it on High Street, either due to the wet weather, because they ran out of skill, or maybe a bit of both. So they're just sort of sitting there, causing a little bit of traffic issues maybe, though this is a pretty quiet road right now. But the police are here, and they are going to help them get back on the road. So good job to the police, and you should practice driving more. Okay, what's happened here then? What's going on? Oh man, people in this town. It's not the same guy that crashed before. Are you still stuffing stuff up, buddy? Tell you what, we might have missed a trick here. You know, we've got our wind power plant up on the hill, which, I mean, obviously is where you usually build wind power plants. But we could have sold these, I'd say, at a nice tidy profit to people who want to, you know, sit out on their balcony at night and watch the entire city go by, watch the city lights, because it looks really awesome. That's all we got time for in this episode, so I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you get a ding to your device the next time I post a video. You can find links to all my social media in the description, so please jump on there, like, follow, subscribe, do all that wonderful stuff. Big shout out to my Founders Club patron, Caleb. Caleb, thank you so much for helping to make this content possible. If you're watching along and you want to help out the channel, you can do so in a number of ways. You can go on to patreon.com/BobDendry and become a patron. You can also join with a YouTube membership on the channel. And you can also give a super thanks to this video if you just want to give a one-off payment to thank me for this particular video. But until next time, I'm Bob Dendry. This is Cities Skylines II. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.